Flosstube. This is Sarah with the Absolute Stitch, and I am here tonight to go a little bit over some of the cross stitch projects I have been working on for this month of January. I've been stitching for about 15 years, and it has been quite a journey. I have worked in different projects. I started stitching, my first time stitching actually was when I was about 12 years old. It was just something I would do during the summertime. And the reason for that is because, well, my parents, it was not a one income family, so my mom and my dad would work. And I usually spent my summer at home stitching during the day. My mom was a knitter, but I was never able to actually learn it since I was left-handed. She had a hard time showing me. So I decided to learn cross stitch on my own. I started doing those baby blankets. It was actually one baby blanket that I did throughout my whole middle school, and yeah, about, I would say maybe 12, 13, and that was it. After that, I stopped stitching, went about, just living my teenage life and just enjoying the time I had as a teenager. As I grew up, I got married, had kids, but it never clicked to start working on cross stitch. But when I'm in 2011, I started to pick it up again. I was pregnant with one of my girls. It was a really difficult pregnancy, so I decided to go into cross stitch again. Since it was something I didn't have to really move around, I decided to just start stitching. I started again with the baby samplers. But then again, I started going into YouTube to see what other ideas I could get, since it was getting a little bit boring. And then I started finding, all of these different patterns, like dimensions. The one thing I would find at Michael's, dimensions. MCG Textiles, the Disney series. I had purchased the first one and I had no idea how to start it. So I made lots of mistakes. I still have it. Never finished it. Made lots of mistakes. I think I did maybe half a page. I never really went back to it because of the fact that I just felt like it had too many mistakes for me to actually go into and start working on it again. So I started watching YouTube and I found Stitching May. She was the first one. Then I saw Jessie Marie Does Stuff, and I loved all of the projects she did, especially her Santa from Mirabilia. That was my first purchase. I purchased it on eBay, where the whole kit came in. Crystal Symphony was another one that I started working on. I never finished her. I didn't like the fabric that I was working on, the gray. It was just a really ugly gray. The Santa Claus one, I did finish it. I'll do another video sometime next month, since it's already the end of the month. I kind of have a hard time to do videos because of the fact that I have a 13-month-old who has Down syndrome. So she requires a lot of my attention, and the little bit of time that I do have, I try to enjoy the little bit of time that I have. I try to enjoy my stitching. I don't have a lot of time to actually cross stitch. Usually how it works is my husband gives me a break, helps me out a little bit so that I can go and stitch, since he knows it's something that actually relaxes me, and it's really helpful. Really difficult what we're going through, but I could never have it another way. I mean, she's just wonderful. I love her. I will do another video where I will introduce her to you guys. Her name is Isabel. And she's just a joy to have. She's always smiling. Such a great human being. She's beautiful in every way. So I stitch about maybe 30 minutes to an hour on a daily. Some days I do, if I wake up early and she's still asleep, I'll stitch till maybe, 10 a.m. I'll stitch for like an hour or two if I have a chance. But it's not much. I have about, from when I started, I would say I have maybe 100 whips. Majority are mirabilia. The majority are mirabilia. I have a few hands across the sea. I have some other samplers. I have full coverage. I have dimensions. I have a few dimensions. Some heaven and earth designs, which is something I've been working on a lot lately. I have a few mirabilia that I decided to pull out and start working on them to try to finish them this year. Hopefully I can do that. Since they're pretty much about halfway done, I'm pretty sure that if I stick to it to maybe doing 30 minutes a day on at least one of them, I'll be able to finish it sometime this year. On my heaven and earth designs, I'm actually doing that challenge where it's the 22,000 stitches in 22. And so far I've put in about, I would say about 4,000 stitches this month. I'm trying to balance it out where I can, where I put about 2,000 stitches a month, but I was enjoying it so much that I ended up putting 4,000. I don't know how I did that because honestly, the time is not there. I don't know how it happened. I think that really what helped was the fact that I think I was doing like a few solid colors. So I'm gonna show you first the one that I've been working on the most. This one I just started, and it's a super size Heaven and Earth Designs. This one is it's the fairy tale one. I forgot what it's called. Let me see. This one, since I have another tablet for my cross stitch. So for this one, it is a super size Once Upon a Time. Let me see here. View PDF. This one is a super size. This is where I'm at right now. So I started with the parking, but this is the super size Once Upon a Fairy Tale. This is the color expansion. This isn't the max colors because I just felt like 234 colors was way too much. It was something that I knew that I was not going to be able to do. Too many colors. So this is where I'm at. I started with the parking. But I just felt like I wasn't really getting much done, and I felt like I was confusing the spots where I was supposed to put the threads in. So I decided not to do that. And if you notice, this one is 25 count fabric, and the coverage is great. This is actually not DMC. This is not DMC floss. This is actually CXC thread I purchased. I purchased it before I started the project, and I actually love the coverage. And the threads aren't that bad either. But then again, I'll know when I finish it, and let's see how that works out. But so far, I like how it's coming out. I mean, I don't see anything wrong with it. I feel like it's a little bit fluffier than the DMC threads, even though I know that this isn't really 100% cotton. I still love the coverage. Right now, this is all a big old mess. It's all tangled up right now. Trying to get through all the colors that I have parked right here and move on. But yeah, and then the fabric is huge. I actually have it folded up, but it's just ginormous. Really big. Get over here. Really big. And I apologize if you hear any noise. My husband is upstairs with the baby, so that I can actually do this video. I've been wanting to do this for so long, for years, and I just never came around to it. I guess I felt a little intimidated to actually do a video. I'm a little bit shy, so shy in the camera. So this is the one I am doing currently. This is the picture. I hope you can see it well. I'm not really good at this, but that's the one I'm doing. And that's not the only thing, because I have another Heaven and Earth designs that I'm also working on. I actually haven't worked on this year. I've actually been focusing in on the other one. And this one is actually Magic Study Rainbow version. And this is where I'm at. Also, well, this one I'm actually doing it parked. But that's all I got right now. I'm more than likely going to end up finishing what I've worked on right here, and then just move on, you know, and start just going cross country. I feel like I get a lot more done when I do that, because of the fact that I don't really have a lot of time. I think that's going to be the best for me. And for this one, it's a fabric that I already had, so I started something here and here. So I'm going to have to pick at it. I'm pretty sure it's going to take me quite a while to even get to this part. So I will be doing this little by little. I'll be frogging it. But as of right now, I'm just going to focus on this. It was a big piece of fabric that was just sitting there. And well, I did not want to waste it. So that's what I'm working on that. I'm also working on, let me get another one because I have more. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm like in the section of the house that we usually don't use. So I just figured it would be a good spot to do, since like that nobody interrupts me. This one, as you can see, it's 25 count fabric, and this one is As Deep As My Song Goes. It's a mermaid one, and this one is done by Chris Ortega. I haven't really gotten much done. It's just one color. I think it's like a 939. No, actually no, it's not 939. It's another color. I don't know what it is, because this is a lot lighter than the 939, as you can see. This one is actually DMC. This one is DMC. You can see a lot of, you can actually see through it. But the actual picture of this one, let me see if I can get it here, is this one. Maybe, I don't know. I'm debating on what to do here, because honestly, I love this one so much, and I would really like to have time to actually work on her. I just think she's beautiful. I love mermaids. I think I've purchased the majority of the mirabilia ones, and I've completed about 3 of the mirabilia mermaids, and surprisingly, I don't own any of them. They were gifts to family members. I do love, though, that they enjoy it and have it around their house, showing it off. since to me it's something really special. It took a lot of time to do, and the fact that they're actually putting it out there makes me feel really good. So those are the three mirabilias that mirabilias, heaven and earth designs that I am currently working on. I have about, I would say 1, 2, 3, 4 more that I'm actually working on. They're not in my current rotation, but they are some that I will be working on. I'm also working on another one that's Ice Princess by Hannah Lynn, but that one is actually I don't know why I was having such a hard time working on her. I actually did it as a cross stitch, and I got through the first page, and I don't know, I just felt like, I mean, she's really pretty, but I was just having a hard time, you know, working on her. I started working on her maybe about 5 years ago, and I didn't get far. I ended up tossing it in a corner with all of my other whips. I found her again, and I tried working on her again. Didn't work out. So I decided to make her into a diamond painting. And I stopped working on her again. It's not because I don't enjoy it. It's just that I'm new to diamond painting, so it requires a lot of colors, so I have to come up with some system on how to work with all the colors, because it takes a long time. It takes a long time to go through all of the bags. I actually sorted them out into like little sections where I have, you know, the first 300 colors, and then the first, you know, it just goes on. But I need to come up with a system on how to do that, because I've seen a few videos of other diamond painters who actually have like these little trays and all of the colors are separated. But in order for me to do that, it takes up a lot of time, and I don't have that time. So I try to work with what I got. And so far right now, I don't have time to do that. Maybe later on when she's a little bit older. Also, I forgot to tell you guys, we are a family of 7. I have, right now, 4 girls, 2 boys. Wait, no, we're a family of 8. I don't even know. Currently, it is chaos here. I have a 22-year-old. I have 2 16-year-old. And I have a 14-year-old. I have a 8-year-old. And then the 13-month-old. So yeah, then my husband and I. So I don't know, I think I got that wrong. 22, 2 16-year-old, a 14, a 9, and a 13-month-old. Yeah, we're 6. And then my husband and I. So that makes 8. I do have another daughter. She does not live with me. She's already married. She has her daughter. So I have a grandchild, which is the same age as my daughter, 13 months old. Really big family. We're more of a blended family because the girls are mine, except for the baby. The baby is ours, but the girls are mine. So I've had a total of 5 girls, no boys. And with my marriage, I ended up, you know, getting 2 boys. And honestly, I love it. I love it. Even though I don't have time, I still love it. So those are the heaven and earth designs that I am currently working on. Then for my mirabilia, okay, let me see, because I mean, I have a mess here. I thought I had it all organized, but it turns out that I don't. So currently, see. Currently, I'm working on her. Ophelia. I started her in October of 2021. And currently, this is where I'm at. Hope you can see her. So I've been working on her for, I would say, actually I just picked her up again because I put her away. Even though I started her in October, I just started stitching on her maybe 2 days ago. But this is where I'm at so far, and I love her. And this fabric, actually, I hand dyed it myself. So, I mean, I don't know what to tell you about it. I mean, it's just a mixture of 2 colors, gray and blue. But yeah, this is where we're at. I'm sorry, you guys. It's the first time I do this, so I'm not sure if you're getting a good picture. But that's what I'm working on. Actually, I was working on that today. And so I got that one done. Then I've been working on her. This one is Princess Eliana, which is the name of my granddaughter. So once I'm done with this one, it will be going to my granddaughter. So I need to make sure to finish her. Yeah, this is the one I'm working on. This is where I'm at so far. I've done quite a bit, but this is where I'm at right now. And again, this is fabric that I have dyed. So, I love the colors, but it's just, I feel like I have to keep changing colors throughout. It takes me a really long time just to work on this one. I mean, for me to get 100 stitches done in a day, I feel like I'm just switching flosses constantly. So it's like one day is color number 3, color number 16, number 18, 22, 23, 24, since it has all of the new colors, and it uses up all of them. So I felt like winding and unwinding floss from bobbins was just taking forever. Also, I tried just leaving them in the actual, just keeping the floss like that. That didn't work out either. So I went on Amazon looking for a different option of what to do. And I remember that I really liked how Dimensions does it, where all the floss is on like little floss cards all stuck together. So then what I decided to do was I purchased these floss cards, and they look like this, and they're pretty thick. What I like about them is that, I mean, what I'll do is I'll put like a little a ring right here, and I'll put all the floss cards. I'll put floss card number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How many I use? Usually I use about 6 of them. Like for this one, for Eliana, it takes me about, I would say about 6 floss cards. It has a lot of colors, so I do that one. And these were really affordable. They were like, I would say about $18 for 100 pack. And what I do is, like right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to work on this one. I'm going to start working on this one, on this fabric. From, this is Valkyrie from Under the Sea Fabrics. And I will be working on this one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab, I think this one requires like three of these little cards. And I'm going to put it on like one of those project bags. and do that, because I feel like that works a lot better than actually winding and unwinding. It takes up too much time. And it was only, I think it was only like $18 for the 100-pack. And I still have a lot left. I have a lot of it left. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to get another one, because I think it would be great for my Heaven and Earth designs. I just put a certain amount of floss in there, and once I'm running low, I'll just refill it. And by the time that happens, well, it's going to take a while anyways, because for me to get there, that super size one of Once Upon a Time, I estimate that it's going to take me like 20 years to finish it, if I get there. I guess it all just depends on what the future holds and how much time. I really love working on that one though. Like, I'll sit there and I'll be sewing, and next thing you know, an hour has passed and I'm like, oh, I have to put it down. Sometimes I'll just leave it there, and my husband gets upset. He's all like, oh my God, you have your projects everywhere. But the thing is that sometimes I'm in the living room and I have to go maybe do therapy with the baby, and then putting everything back away, it's like, I feel like it just takes up time, and I don't have the time. So I try to use as much time as I can actually stitching, then putting stuff away and taking it back out, because all of that just takes up too much time. So that's what I'm going to do with this one. I'll probably be doing a video soon on all of my mirabilias, and then I'll do another video with all of my dimensions, and then probably my dimensions and my samplers. Since I work a lot more on mirabilia than anything, I enjoy it so much. I don't know what to tell you. It's just way too much. So this one is one of my whips that I've had put away, and I decided to take it out this year. And for this one, this is when I used to mark my charts, as you can see. So this one is Rapunzel. I stopped doing that though. I stopped doing that, marking my charts. And I see that I don't have my floss here. So who knows where it's at. You can see my chart. It's all marked up. I don't do that anymore. I make copies now. But that's where it's at right now. So for this one is an chromatic alchemy fabric. I can't remember the name of it, but this is what I have so far on this one. I don't know if you can see it. I'm sorry you guys, I should have ironed this, but I did not. I just took it out of the bag. This is where she's at. As you can see, every time when I put them away, I tend to start putting them away. I love her face. I start putting them away as soon as I have about over 50% complete. Once I start getting close to the beading, I kind of just stop. It's funny though, because I really love beading, but I feel like it takes up so much time. I think it's mostly because most of the projects that I've done that requires beads has hundreds and hundreds of beads. For her, I'm not sure how much it has, but I have the beads right here. So we shall see. So for her, that's what I have. Also, this one is going to be going to my daughter. She's doing like a Disney theme, and I don't know, I just thought that this would be cute for my granddaughter. I have a few, I have like the Ella the Frog Princess. I have this one, that one here, for my daughter. I also have another one. I believe it's Alice in Wonderland. No, I think it's Alice from Mirabilia. I can't remember the name exactly. I think that's the name. That one's almost done. And that one I'm going to make it into a pillow for my daughter. So we'll see. We'll see on that one. Then I have again, this is when I would mark my fabric. My chart. I only did it on one side, so I'm gonna try not to do that on the other side. And then maybe I'll give it to somebody. Because once I finish this one, I don't think I'm gonna stitch her again. Yeah, I need to stop doing that. I feel like they're too precious to mark them. But before I didn't really understand that. Now, you know, then they turn into OOPs and then you can't access them, or, you know, it's like they charge you an arm and a leg for a charge that really only costs you like $14. I think it's ridiculous. I had a few Lady of the Flags, and I think I sold them for like $40 or $50 on Stash and Load. But the reason why I sold them at that price is because that was about the price that I had gotten them for. When I got them, I had forgotten I already had purchased one, and I ended up buying two. So I sold it for the same price that I got it, but even $45 seems too much to me. And now I've heard that they're going for like $600 on eBay, which it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I just don't know what to say. So for that one, this is all I've got done. Like I said, basically, I'm always halfway done. But I love the metallic right here. I started putting beads on it. I don't know why. I usually bead at the end, but I started doing that here. And I'm working on this part right here. Trying to come back up here because I think I made a mistake around here. So what I want to do is work here and work my way up, and hopefully I can get to the end right here and find the mistake I did, or at least try to figure out what to do right here to blend it into where you can't tell, because honestly, I am not frogging this. I mean, like I said, time is too precious, and nobody is gonna notice. The only one that will know is me. So when I'm done, this one I don't know what I'm gonna do with it yet, so I'm not sure. I don't know if I said that this is Portrait of Veronica, but that's the one I'm working on. This one is really, really old. I think I have about 4 years when I started her. And the fabric that I did it on is 28 count Lucana from Hand Dyed Fabrics by Stephanie. Melody is the color. And I really love this color. It's very pretty. Very pretty. I think she looks really good on this one. Let me know what you think. Sometimes I'm not really good at picking colors for my projects. And sorry, I'm putting her down right there. So yeah, sometimes I'm not really good at picking colors. I usually have project bags. Usually the colors I'm currently working on, I put them in here. I was using the beads, like I said, so it's all right here. I have my marker, which I'm not going to be marking anymore, only on the one. I'm going to actually make a copy and print it out and put it in here, so like that I don't mark it. Scissors. I have all kinds of scissors. I think I have a pair of scissors in every single one of my projects. So sometimes when I see my kids with their scissors in the end of the year, you know, where they just throw everything away, and I see these little scissors thrown in the trash, I take them out and put them in my bag. They work for me, and since I have so many projects and I like having scissors in every single one of them, I don't know why. Like that, I'm ready to go. I have scissors in every single one of my bags. And I get in trouble all the time because apparently I'm the scissor thief here in the house. They're like, where are my scissors? Mom has them. My oldest, she's always arguing. She's like, Mom, I just bought a pair of scissors and I'm pretty sure you took them. Well, if they're thrown around the house, guess what? They end up in my cross-stitch pile. So, I showed you that one. Let me see. Okay, so basically for right now, those are the projects that I'm working on. I figured that this video was going to be maybe about 20 minutes. I guess it turned out a little bit longer. But I will be posting another one where I'm going to be showing all of my cross stitch that I have. Because I have quite a few bins. I have a lot of projects. I have way too much. And I'm always looking at everybody's videos. Jessie, Marie does stuff in your beautiful stitching. Alma, I think it's Alma's Little Wonders or something like that. I can't remember exactly, but let me tell you, I watch all your videos. Yanni, Stitcher, I watch her. Luda, I'm always looking for your videos. And sometimes when you post a new one and you have not put it in English, I still watch it because I love seeing your cross stitch. I still watch it and just can't wait for your English one to show up. And like I said, my name is Sarah. I will be doing some videos in Spanish as well, since I am, Spanish speaking. And I can't wait to share, all of my cross stitch. And everybody has something different and everybody has their little input on how to do things, and we'll just go from there. Okay, well, nice seeing you all. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please share and subscribe. Give me a thumbs up. I sure want to be a part of this cross stitch community. Would love to be friends with all of you. So if you can leave me a comment. If you have any questions on what you want me to post next, just let me know. And I will try my best to answer all of your questions, and go from there. So happy stitching, and see you next time. Bye-bye.